Hi, everyone. Hey there, amazing beings. Guess what time it is? It is time for Free and Clear Fridays with me, Dr. Sarah. So, welcome here, live in the future. So grateful to be here, so grateful to see you. Wow. Oh, there is so much going on per the usual, right? And this is the place where you and I take some time, take some space to connect, to clear, to get clear of anything that may be heavy for you, overwhelming for you, anything that may not be serving you. Because certainly this reality definitely does not fall short of delivering on time and on cue all the things a lot of times that we don't require. So everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. We might as well jump right in. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So if you're new to the show, welcome. If you're new to this moment of being on the show, welcome. And I just want to acknowledge you and to let you know that there's nothing that we can't go into and get clear on together. Now, I show up to you weekly with different topics of the week that certainly can help do some shifting and clearing on, but anything that's going on in your world, you can bring here and you can get clear. So this is the clearing statement that we use, the right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. This you can find on my website. I'm going to put a note, as I usually do, a link to that on the, it would be the Instagram, actually it's the television aspect of it. So you'll be able to check that out on that venue after the show goes live. And I wonder, what can we create today? So anything that will allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the topic of the week, what is it? Do you remember? Do you not know? Well, I think you need to know. Well, it is need. So everywhere need is influencing your world, everywhere you need something, let's clear that now. Right, wrong, good or bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So a lot of times when we do need, we become needy. So really quick, like I had a moment where I did not identify IGTV, which is what I'm saying now that you can look at after the show has been live. You can catch it there. So I had a need to try to figure out what that was, and it actually shut me off from retrieving it. Now that I added a clearing, I'm like, oh, that's what I required to say. So I'm actively being in the moment of clearing need because I don't have to do need. In fact, it blocks me from being when I do need. And I wonder if the same happens for you. How much have you become needy for something in your life? Have you ever noticed that? Like where you go into, oh, I need to get that done, or I need to find that right relationship. I need to get somewhere to do something. And do you ever notice, first of all, it takes forever to get what you need? And when you go into need, then you become needy for it. Have you ever noticed that? Let's use relationship, for example. When you do need with relationship, then you become needy and dependent on something outside of yourself or a person or that image of what you would like that person to be. So what would it be like if you no longer had to do need in that way? Everywhere you've been needy, that puts you in a need for someone that limits you from being you and requires you to then be dependent on someone else. Whoa, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, wow, did that have a charge on it. So when we clear these kind of loaded, very loaded thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and content, and memory, and everything else, constructs of this reality, there's this energy that's there that can be so dense and so heavy. You ever notice that, like, where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to fall asleep. Things are so heavy right now. Well, that's the time then to clear. And you notice when we clear it, it gets a little lighter. Maybe you notice something just a little different. That's the amazing thing about these tools that we're using together. And everywhere that we get to come together and clear it together, it even makes a greater impact, not only for ourselves, but for the world and the planet. How does it get any better than that? So back to need. I don't need to go back to need, but I'm choosing to go back to need. Here's another point to need. If you no longer need something, you then can have choice. You can have possibilities when you're no longer in need. There's another point to this as well. When you do, I would like this, this has a different energy as well. Like just opens up to different things to come in, different possibilities. So everywhere you've been stuck in a need that doesn't allow you to get to what you would like to create in this reality, will you destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Do you notice with the word like? I know for me, it's like, oh yeah, I would like that. What would it take? Not, oh my God, I need that. How am I gonna get it? That sets up for a limitation. That sets up for this reality to be heavy for you. So everywhere this reality has been heavy for you because you're in a position of need, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So I understand I'm doing some general clearing on this for you and with you and on my behalf, your behalf, our behalf. However, is there something specific with need? What are you aware of with need for you in your life and living? Is there a need for money? A need for a job? Is there a need to get someone to be a certain way for you? Is it a family member, a significant other? What is that for you? I'd like you to tap into that now and get clear on what that is. Really check into the energy, and I'm going to go there with you, okay? So let's really go there. Okay, so let's bring it all in. And anything and everything that is for you, let's now destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. So, is there anything else to that? Now, whatever else comes up, what have you thought? What have you feeling? What have you emotion? Everything that is, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So, going back to that one point of, even at the beginning of the show, where I had a need to try to find the right word to say, to describe what I was looking to say, which was IGTV, and the words weren't coming. Now, instead of going into that and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I need to get this right. Why is this not blah, blah, blah. Instead, I'm like, okay, cool. It came to me, shared it, next. What if it was that easy for you? And anywhere that it hasn't been that easy for you, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Need makes things difficult. It makes things hard. It makes things limiting. In part because it's an outside-in approach. It works fine with the humans who love drama. But I sense the majority of you who are on here are not necessarily really into that. We can leave that to the humans. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's not going to work for me though, because I don't have time to be slowed down or have things difficult. No, thank you very much. So everywhere though that you've gone into limitation of how you think things should be, or that things are difficult and hard, and this is where the need to get things to be better comes from. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So here's something that's popping on the other side of even what we're talking about. How many of you have had someone in your life that's been needy of you? Oh my goodness. Hello, that's one intense situation. I have to say, yes, I probably have a handful of beings that could be like that. And what if you don't have to go into the resistance of their need? You could just see that they have a need and ask yourself how you would like to show up to that. First of all, you could clear it because sometimes it can be really heavy. So let's clear it. Anywhere that you've been picking up on someone else's need of you that keeps you in a limitation because you can never live up or live down to what they need you to be. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good or bad, pun, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Well, thank you so much for your contribution on this, each one of you, because I'm tapping into this based on you showing up to me. So thank you for this. This is a part of the need that hasn't been talked about this week. So, wow, what else is possible now? So, that need from the other person, how much have you taken it on? How much have you gone into their need and neediness and want to try to satisfy them in a way that limits you? Okay, not in your lightest interest. I sense that. So everything that is, let's destroy it and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So I wonder what else is possible with that. What are you getting? Or are you still stuck in their need of you? Because that could be a little alluring to be needed, especially if you come from a place of needing someone. In fact, that space could open up for other people to want to need you more, and then you go into it because you need people in that same way. Not a good combo. And I always have this thing that's kind of a running joke. Not joke, I don't know. Unless you're getting paid for it, I don't recommend it. So everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. In other words, that it's not a contribution to you or the other person the moment you go into something that's required of you, that goes beyond you, that someone else needs of you, that doesn't contribute to both of you. So everywhere you end up being nice and do it anyway and bypass what you really know, destroy and uncreate all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you're not obligated to have to satisfy someone else's needs? Oh, wow. That has a loaded energy like no other. So let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. That's the core of something. So everything that is, everywhere you have sacrificed you to satisfy someone else's needs, either of you or their needs in general, like you're obligated to take care of them, destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. So you see what's going on here. Like anytime we do need, we go into neediness or other people's needs or all the rest. So instead, let's go back to the instead now. What would it be like to be the contribution you be? To be an invitation for something greater and different? To be the light? To be the space? You don't have to do it for them. You're not obligated to get their needs met. What if you are instead acknowledging of them and say, hey, I sense you got this. Like, what would it take for you to handle this with ease? But, I have your back either way. So anything that won't allow you just to be there for someone in a way that's light for you, that has their back, that can facilitate in the way that I just mentioned, anything that won't allow that, will you destroy and create it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if that's the greatest gift we can be for the other person, for the world, for this reality? What if that is the lightness we all require? Because if we're not trying to fulfill their need and we're not in the limitation of our needs, then it's really about empowering each other to have choice and possibilities, to choose it yourself and be it, and be like, hey, I know you got this, but I'll be here for you. You don't need me. You got this. So anything that won't allow you to show up and be that for you, for the other person, for the world, for the planet, anything, the animals and the plants. Oh my gosh, such beautiful space. Destroy and uncradle that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So I wonder what else is possible now. I really do. Now that we can get clear of our needs. And it is a process, if we want to use the word process. It's not my most favorite word, but, we can relate to process. What if it's like, okay, so this is heavy with need, and that comes up, and now I'm going to clear that need, and that need, that need, that need. And now it's more like, what would I like to create instead? What would I like to choose instead? What would I like to be instead? So anything that won't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, all of you, with the idea of encouraging other people to be, know, perceive, and receive the same, destroy and cradle that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. One side effect of being in the space of like and desire to create is ease, a space to be. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. So anything that won't allow you to be in the space of less is more, destroy and uncradle that now, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It's weird, this thing called consciousness and living consciously. Things get easier, not more difficult. Life becomes a space of fun and joy. Don't do it. Don't choose it. You may have way too much fun. You may have too much abundance. Don't get me started on living consciously again. That's a whole nother show. Maybe not. It's called life. The life I choose to live. So anywhere you haven't been willing to live your best life in a space of ease, joy, and abundance and glory and all the rest, destroy and uncradle all that. Right, wrong, good or bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So the tagline on the show is turning problems into possibilities. And if you didn't know that, now you know. And that's really what we did today. We take something from a limitation of need and neediness and look at, okay, clear that out of the way. What else is possible? So what else is possible? What I like to create, what I desire. Ease, space, and that's what this is about. So be that this week. Be in that space of it. If something is still heavy, keep clearing on it. It's not a wrongness to have stuff keep coming up. That's how this works, okay? This is how it works. It's a very pragmatic approach to living life fully. So anything that won't allow that for yourself, destroy and uncradle that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And you can catch me all over the place here now, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere on social media, of course my website. And you're not alone. You're not alone. I have your back. That does not stop. It doesn't have to be right here. It never stops. I have your back. And what would it be like for you to continue to choose this for you? And know that it's okay if it doesn't fit this norm of this reality. Thank God it doesn't, because you require being the difference that you be. So I want you to go forth this week, Be in the awareness, be in the knowing, clear anything that's heavy, the theme of the week or any other, or the topic of the week or anything else. Just keep clearing and know I have your back. All right, amazing beings. I'm going to say bye for now, but I'll see you again next week for another Free and Clear Fridays with moi. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.